So what does it mean to be a saint anyway? Well, a saint is someone who lived a holy life and is now with God in heaven. The saints can help us and encourage us just in the same way others do. The writer of the book of Hebrews in the Bible tells us,
"Being surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside any weight and sin and run the race before us. Looking on Jesus, the author and the finisher of faith, who having joy before him, endured the cross, and now sits at the right hand of God."
So what does that mean? Well, the Bible is saying that our life is like a race. And he says we are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, the saints. And what are they doing? Are they just sitting in the stands watching us? Is that what you do when you go to a game or race? When you see a favorite player or a friend competing? Do you?
Oh, I sure hope he loses.
Look at how funny he runs. He'll never make it.
Did you see that? He needs a penalty.
That's not usually what you do when you're a fan or a friend. Instead,
Go, go, go! You're gonna win!
Come on, you can make it!
Yeah, go, go, go! Come on, everybody!
so when the Bible tells us that we are surrounded by such a cloud of witnesses, he is talking about our friends, our heavenly friends, the saints. That's right. Saints inspire and encourage us to do our best for God and others. The saints are cheering us on.
Aha, look at that! He's praying.
How silly. Don't worry, Henry. Remember St. Dominic? He stood up for his faith, too.
Don't give up. It's good to thank God for your blessings. Remember, He loves you very much.
She's not the best, but I guess we'll take her.
Don't worry, Gina. Remember the story of St. Martin?
It doesn't matter if you are overlooked. Remember, you are important to God.
Some saints probably help some of the other people we admire. For example, I'm sure you've heard of Mother Teresa and the great work she and her community have done around the world to help the poor. She and her sisters, brothers, and priests helped so many of the world's poor that they even gave her a lot of big trophies. But when Mother Teresa first started her work, she went out on the streets alone. She helped as many as she could, and there were times when she was very lonely. In the beginning, no one knew how important she would become, and they didn't always treat her very nicely.
I can't.
We know that Mother Teresa really loved and admired the humble Saint Therese of Lisieux. Mother Teresa probably asked Saint Therese to help her, and we can imagine that Saint Therese might have done just that.
I know you are very tired and lonely, and that you are only one little nun. But the little you do can go a long way. Don't give up.
And Saint Therese probably helped Mother Teresa by praying for her and speaking to Jesus about her. After all, she was already in heaven.
Dear Lord, you know how much this little nun loves you and wants to serve you by helping the poor. She is doing all that she can. Please send her the help she needs.
When a saint talks to God for us, that is called intercession. Can you say that?
Intercession.
That means that they
Talk to God.
for us. Isn't that great?
Wow, it sure is.
Intercession means that we get a little extra help from the saints who are with God already. Mary, the mother of Jesus, was a good example of that. One time when she and Jesus were at a wedding in Cana, there were many guests, and the couple was running out of some things for the feast. Mary went to Jesus.
They are running out of something to drink.
When she told Jesus about the couple's need, he did a miracle to provide for all the guests. You see, Mary interceded for the couple. Another time, a Roman soldier went to Jesus.
Please, my servant is very sick, and I am afraid he will die.
Do not worry. I will go and heal him.
Oh no, Lord. I am not worthy that you should come to my house. Just say the word. Just say so, and I know that my servant will be healed.
Jesus was very touched by the soldier's faith. And guess what? Jesus healed the soldier's servant. Mary and the soldier came to Jesus to ask him for help on behalf of others. In the same way, the saints who are already in heaven can go to God for us. We have to remember that the saints love us. They understand us. Why? Well, because they know what it's like to live here on earth. They know what it's like to be discouraged, tired, afraid, tempted. And they also know the things that make our lives happier. They understand us because they were just like us.